Welcome everyone to the Phoenix Raceway for race number 3 of the Cup Series. Dylan Ibrahimman in the 60 car is on pole alongside the 20 of Nathan Orman. Here is your full qualifying results as always, and let's take you to trackside. So just getting ready on the race command here. And here it is.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, engines fired up. We are ready to go here at Phoenix. Field is set and rolling right off. Now it looks like someone has an issue. It's Al Agassi in the 62. Smoking real bad here. So it looks like he'll not start this race. And of course, it's an automatic DNS. But we'll still get the 1 point. Alright, so previous race, let's do a little recap. Atlanta was wild, a lot of wrecks, a lot of cars going airborne. There's the winner, Dalton Johnson, starting in 5th place. Hoping to make it 2 in a row for this Ford team. Alright, getting ready to go green here. The 60 of Ibrahimman gonna lead us to the start. Alright, here we go. Green flag is out. And we're underway here at Phoenix Raceway. Down to the dog leg. 3 wide for the race lead. The 42, Jonathan Wong, wants to take that first lap. Oh, here goes a 4 car, making it 4 wide, almost 4 wide. A lot of pushing and shoving going back there, but everyone makes it through somehow. And Wong in the 42 clears, and he's going to come around and take lap number 1. Still a lot of 3 wide action. I don't think they're going to make it this time. Keep an eye on basically everyone. No. 2 cars sideways, 20 car spins. That collects the 24. They keep it straight, the 2 car around. And I think that was the 34 that just crashed. And we're coming to the yellow, and there's a couple of more cars involved. And we are, of course, under yellow. Alright, first caution is out. 32, or the 42 leads. Let's take a look at the replay. It looks like they were going to go 5 wide for a moment. The 4 and the 20 got together a bit. Yeah, look at the 24 all the way down low. They were 4 wide and about 3 wide. They're just all leading against each other. Sideways, Nathan Orman spins out. If the 2 car wasn't down on the inside, it wouldn't be that big of a wreck. 24 got a piece as well. And then the 34 I saw. And then they all stacked up. Small stack up with the 71, the 40, the 88, and the 10. Take a look at that again. So on board, how about the 34 or the 40 instead? Not the big wreck we expected with them drivers driving like it's Daytona still. It wasn't the big one. Yeah, we've had a lot of big ones here at Phoenix. Yeah, this track is no stranger to big crashes, but this was not the start. This did not happen on the first yellow. Now there's Matt Gomes on the 34. Now let's ride on board with him. The other car to make contact. He's got nowhere to go here. 2 cars sliding up in front of the field. Yeah, he's not clear on the outside. I mean, there's got no choice but to just slam into that 2 car. It kept it straight though, so good car control by Matt. Let's go with the 24 of Snow Chaser, who just caught the 2 car. Was in the bottom. They're pretty much down on the apron. Trying to make it 5 wide here. Just can't quite do it. Phoenix doesn't have that banking. So there's a 20. He gets redirected by the 2, and he catches the quarter panel. He gets hit again as well. There's a 12, also almost spinning out. But luckily, they all kept it straight. The damage may or may not slow the 24 down. We'll see on the restart. Doesn't look that much. Still took a pretty decent hit, but we'll see. First caution of the day. Small wreck for, yeah, pretty small wreck, I guess. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, coming to the green here, and you just saw the 2 car with mechanical failures. Yeah, it looks like it had nothing to do with the wreck though, so that was all on its own. So bad gone the worst for that 2 team. Alright, here we go for the restart here. Pace cars off. So Jonathan Wong in the 42 ran the National Series, and now he's up here in the Cup, now leading the race. I don't think he won a race in the Nationals, but he'll lead us to the green here. Green flag is out. We're back underway. 60 got that lap. The 99 looking low, but he stays in line. Few drivers taking it 3 wide. Four wide again, almost. Was for a moment there. Here's the 99 of Keith Stevens. He clears the 42. And we got ourselves a new leader. Fisher in the 23 there as the caution comes out. It's about the same, making a pass for seconds. Yeah, but we got a couple more cars. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. Alright, so down into turn 3, let's see. I suspect the 51 must have dove it in there a little too hard. Hook air enable, let's see. And yes, he did. And air able takes one big hit. The 11 and the 8 also take a big shot. Able in the 35, you can see the smoke coming out. Yeah, just sending it down into turn 1. Alexander Rowe in the 51. Hooks the right side, that 35. Don't think it was intentional, but he still wrecked him. Big hit on the 35 too. Took both 2 shots on both sides, right in the driver's door. When the 51 drift up the racetrack as well. Here's the 11, Michael Brown and Johnny Cox. Yeah, they're up ahead, and all of a sudden, yeah, they're just sideways. Big slam right there. So there's a 4-car wreck, so a much smaller crash, but not for Abel. He took 2 big hits there. Alright, second caution of the day. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, so getting ready for the restart here. It looks like one of the 45, no, the 54, Christian Williams, having issues here. It is a mechanical. Doesn't seem to be a major mechanical damage. The game is registering at 2.91 or no, 0.291. So trouble for the other monster car as we're getting ready for the restart. Keith Stevens in the 99 is out in front. Chevy, Toyota, Ford, and another pair of Chevys in row 3. Alright, getting ready here. Green flag's out. We're back underway. Good restart for the 42, but not enough to get ahead of the 99. Top 10 stay double file in a turn 1. Here goes Fisher, and oh, there goes a few other drivers, and more cars are wrecking back there. Yep, I think this is going to be that big crash, as cars still piling into each other. More cars piling in. The 17 of Wyatt Quall, heavy damage. Looks like he's out, and the 44, he's still wrecking. 10 cars got a lot of damage, and we're under yellow once again. Alright, 99 leads again. Take a look at the replay. So this time they didn't go crazy on the restart, making 3 wide, 4 wide passes, but they end up causing the biggest wreck by not doing it. The 45 hooked the back end of Brad Chesson that got into the 4, and then the 77, a separate incident. So 2 of the Spire cars got dumped coming off turn 2, and here they all come piling in. Brad Chesson took a couple hard shots. The 77 was a little bit more luckier. You know, there's a 9. He gets clobbered a couple times. Wyatt Qual got hit by the 10. And that might have destroyed his car, that impact. Caught up in that weak spot because it doesn't look like he wrecked big at first. So let's ride with him. You just see a lot of cars scrambling, trying to avoid the 7. And then causes another incident. Yeah, a couple of guys taking some shots. There's a 10. Big hit there, and yeah, that just finished off the 17. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a simple spin. Check out Lightning Blaze, Daytona 500 champion. Let's take a look. There's a 38 at JP, was on the inside. And got sideswiped with the 43, redirected him, pinched a 9 car into the wall. And then there they went. Here's more cars coming. Then it was the 8, then the 56, then the 71. So all the Spire cars got collected in that one. That's pretty unfortunate. And there's more, the 77 into the 17. Let's take a look at that with the 77. So he probably got hooked by the 43. They're 3 wide in the middle, the 43 car. Yep, caught the 48 car as well-ish. Got a little bit of damage, but kept it going. The 4, Dalton Johnson, was able to keep it straight. More cars coming in hot. Alright, not too big of a wreck as I expected. I thought there was going to be more drivers piled in, but most of them got through sort of cleanly. Cleaner than most, I guess. Alright, third caution of the day. Let's take you back to the restart. Alright, pace car is already pulled off. Getting ready for the restart here. Green flag's out. Back underway. A lot of drivers you see taking the dog leg. Here goes the 42, looking to retake the lead. 3 wide for the lead here. The 16 on the bottom, basically on the apron. They're 4 wide back there. No, big hit. The 19 car into the fence, as well as the 24. And under caution again, as Stevens will again take the yellow flag. Alright, caution flag waves. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, our biggest wreck so far involves the least amount of cars. The 19 car upside down already for the 2nd time. And we're only 3 races in. He got tagged by the 24. There's something about this wall. It's not the first time it's happened. And also the 71 of Brad Jensen Jr. also collected. I don't know what's up with this wall here, but it just snags the drivers, the cars. And just just snags him in and puts him in the fence. The 24. Well, this time this hit will take him out. She was already 18th at the time, and somehow still driving that thing, but straight to the garage area, obviously. So let's go on board with Rodriguez here. He was in the middle, 3 wide. I thought the guys going 4 wide were gonna crash, but it was these guys going 3. And yeah, that was a big wreck there, really big wreck. Yeah, Phoenix, this little part, extremely dangerous. Just sends cars upside down. And then it doesn't even let it roll. It just stops it right in its tracks. So, Carlos Rodriguez upside down for the 2nd time this season. Well, not too crazy, as we've seen drivers flip over twice separate instances in one race. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But still, wild ride for Rodriguez. Not the season he won. Already on his lid. Again. Or, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay. Alright, we'll take you back to the restart. Alright, getting ready for the restart here. The 54 car was the one and only car lap down. So he got the wave around. He's currently in 30th place. So back on the lead lap. As well as everyone else is also in the lead lap. So Keith Stevens in a 99 going to lead us to the green here. Green flag is out, back underway. Here goes a 12 and a 23. 12's gonna commit. Well, I'm gonna try to fight on the outside, but I don't think it's good enough of a run, so the 99 will still lead here. Well, we got through that time. Alright, get some green flag laps in. Here's the 60 Weaver Hyman, currently running in 5th, looking to take 4th away. The 45 Malik Nevins is there. Wes McCoy in the 3, Trey Wright in the 66. Oh, trouble, and another car upside down to 21 on his nose and almost over the pit wall. So much for that green flag run. And there's the yellow. Once again, the 99 takes the yellow flag. We'll take a look at the replay. Cody Smart in the 21. What a horrible start to this season. Upside down here. Another car up and over. Got hooked by the 47, collected the 22, hit the wall at a certain angle, and the 5 car was the one who drove underneath him. And that's what sent that car on its nose and almost over the pit wall, sliding down. And oh, more cars coming in hot. 54 to 56, 51 and 11. Yeah, they just looks like they just couldn't stop. They just kept piling into each other. Alexander Rowe, his car is smoking. Tim Randolph, his car is up in smoke. Wild ride here for the 21 here. So let's go on board with the 47 of Cole Sampson. Then we'll quickly switch over to the 5. Yeah, just hit at a certain angle, at a right angle, or not a right angle, 98 degrees. That's not what I meant. But I guess, yeah. Yeah, that usually doesn't happen. You know, if 21, you know how they wedge the other driver in and tips the other car over. Yeah, that didn't happen that time. I guess it caught in a bad spot, and yeah, that's what flipped the car over. I was going well with these guys because they had no brakes. They had ARCA brakes here. Tim Randolph, he was on the low side, then he went up high. Probably didn't see the 22 there. So he thought it was safe. It was not. And then more cars pile in, like Michael Brown, involving another crash. Yeah, all the Toyotas piled into each other, the 56, the 54, and the 11. And then the 51 there of Alex in a row. Let's take a look at that flip one more time. See from the spectator view. So 2 cars up and over. Once again coming off turn 2. Yeah, it's always crazy to see the car go on its nose. Usually just stays on its sides and barrel rolls. Alright, so I think that's our 5th caution of the day. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, here we go. So 24 cars are left. The 99 is our leader. Another eventful race here with a lot of cars crashing out. Green flag waves, back underway. Fisher gets the better restart. He'll take a lap. And oh, the 66 of Trey Wright. Big trouble here. He's got no power on the restart and he gets hit. And Brad Chesson also spins out. And we're under caution yet again. What happened to Trey Wright? Oh, tire went down. Flat tire. And Jonathan Wong underneath. And he'll retake the lead and he'll take the yellow. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. So we saw that live on the restart. Trey Wright, the tire went down. Heavy damage to the tire because both the tire and the wheel we saw were damaged. So that's a much bigger problem than just the tire. So caught a little bit of the 77 too. So again, a pair of Spire cars getting involved. Not a good day for them at all. Cheston was the unlucky driver to hit the 66 and was the only one to hit him. Or, well, no, Campbell Marsh too, never mind. Oh, he was the only one to spin out the other one. So yeah, we saw the chat box again, so I'm assuming wheel and is 2 and the damage is 2. I think that's the max. I think. I'm not sure what those numbers truly mean, but when I see it, the wheel damaged, and it's pretty serious, I think. Alright, we'll take you back to the restart. Alright, getting ready to go green, so Stevens is retaking the lead. Why? Because the 42 just made an unscheduled stop. He also had some tire issues. Okay, 3 and 1. And the 66 at Trey Wright is actually still in this race, 1 lap down. 42 is still on the lead lap. That's unfortunate for Jonathan Wong. Still got time. So might find a way to claw his way back up to the front. Alright, here we go. Stevens leading the race once again. Ibrahiman, our pole sitter of today, is restarting second. Here we go. Green flag waves, back underway. Fisher looking low here. Here's a 12 in third. David Davison. Almost 4 wide there. Back to side by side. The 48 slips back a bit. Neck and neck for the race lead. Who's going to lead this lap? Gonna be close. Looks like Stevens got it. Might have the advantage on the low line here, and he does. He quickly clears the 99. Oh, he's gonna cross over though. Stevens does not want to give up the lead. He's now on the inside. Davison and the 12 are on the back bumper now. Looks like we got some racing going on here. Side by side, the 2 Fords going at it. The 60, whoa, a little bit too hot. And Stevens getting aggressive with the 23. Little contact there, and oh, there goes the 77 around. That'll bring out the yellow again. And coming to the line, Stevens got the advantage on the low side, and he'll take the caution flag once again. Alright, caution is out. 66 to Trey Wright. We'll get back on the lead lap. We'll take a look at the replay. Alright, let's take a look here. Tony Green in the 77. Looks like the 20 car of Orman came up just a little bit. Just hooks the 77. Spins him right out. Trey Wright does a great job avoiding the wreck. If not, then yeah, he'll be out and wouldn't get the wave around. Does another spin, but no one else made any contact. So all is good for the 77. Alright, we'll take you back to the restart. Alright, here we go again. So 22 cars on a lead lap. Campbell Marsh is the only driver 1 lap down at the moment. Yeah, I was thinking of doing more than 1 driver. We'll keep it at 1 for now. Alright, 10 to go when they take the green flag. Keith Stevens in the 99. He is our leader. I believe he's led the most laps so far. Cautions are helping a little bit. Let's take a look at the 42. There's Wong. He is currently in 13th place. 10 laps. Can he get back into the top 5? We'll see. Still get a top 10 easily. Alright, for the restart. Green flag's out. Back underway. The 16 making a move to get back into the top 5 here. That is a Zachary Taylor. 3 wide for second. Bouncing off each other to 12 and a 60. Still 3 wide. Stevens is liking this. Still hard, racing hard there to 12. Now he's clear. Taylor is fighting the 60 for 3rd. Look at the 42. Where is he coming from? Made one crazy dive bomb move to get by the 48. And he's hustling. Pretty nice lead for Stevens here. As long as the yellow doesn't come out, he might be able to cruise to a victory. I'll keep watching these guys. 12 car Davison. Oh, spinner. Spinner, not quite as... Oh, yep, now... Yep. Oh, no, this is... Oh, with a 44. Oh, so close. Another lap car, just barely avoiding it. Alright, caution is out. Let's take a look at the replay. Alright, let's take a look. Nathan Norman into 20. Man, he's... doesn't really have much of a car left. Front end's gone, back end's gone. He gets turned by Trey Wright. Yeah, he locked it down, so if he kept on going, he probably wouldn't have... We wouldn't have gone to caution. And... Oh man, Campbell Marsh just nearly avoided the 8 car to Johnny Cox. Man, a lot of drivers getting involved in crashes these today. And the 8, he went low, but don't think he thought the 20 car was going to be sideways when he got to him. Yep, now Johnny Cox's day is over. Yep, the big hit's done for the day. Probably the 20 car too of Orman. That might have probably taken out the fuel cell. And watch the 44 here. This was super close. Doesn't have much of a car left either. So he goes low, sees the 8 car. There's a 20. Oh my god. Probably a millimeter. A millimeter. Just enough for a piece of paper to squeeze through. Anyways, I've already lost count of how many cautions we had. We'll take you back to the restart. 3 laps to go when they take the green flag. As I expected, 20 is also out from that big hit. No fuel. 21 cars are left. Green flag waves. Back underway. We get a caution now or the next lap. It'll be an overtime finish. Three wide. Oh, 12 in the middle. The 16 of Taylor on the bottom. Stevens trying hard. He's clear. Oh, that was close. Taylor is up to second. The 43 is in fourth, looking for third. Approaching the white flag. That's to cause a crash coming off turn 2. They're 4 wide. They might just do that. Oh, there goes the 12 and the 43. And a lot of cars wrecking. More cars crashing in. Oh, watch out. Oh, the 11 and the 66. The 44 is destroyed. 12 cars destroyed. A lot of the top 5 guys just crashed out. And yeah, it'll be an overtime finish here. Stevens the leader. Let's take a look at the replay. Man, they were racing hard for this, for position. First, you could already see Fisher and Rosero already getting into each other through turn 2. So they kind of went up a little bit, caught the 12 car. Then that kind of forces the 243 to go down. Big hit for the 12 of David Davison. And then there's the 41, the 01, the 6. Yeah, a lot of cars. Top 5, top 10, most of them. There's a 6 car just getting a piece. Down at 22. And no, there's a big hit from the 44. That sucks. Both of them got their laps back. Trey Wright was hustling too. He was moving up. He was 14th at the time. He's still going, but don't know if he's in or out or not. Yeah, the 12 with David Davison. Yeah, hit a good shot to win this race, or at least get a top 3 finish here. But he gets collected from a wreck behind. Got hooked. He just slams that inside wall. Big hit. Completely takes them out. Yeah, all these guys are running really good. It sucks to see them wreck out this late in the race. And let's see the 11 of Michael Brown all the way back here. A lot of cars to the junkyard today. Just clobbers Trey Wright in a 66. Hit the back end. And his day is done as well. Was at least trying to finish. Looks like that's not going to happen. Alright, so late race caution. Going to set up for an overtime finish. We'll take you to it. Alright, come to the green here. So 14 cars left. Keith Stevens has led the most laps for sure. cautions do help a little bit, but this 99 has been strong. He was able to get the run off turn 2. They were 3 wide for the race lead, but he was able to hang on. Alright, here we go. We got infinite attempts and an overtime finish, so we won't be done until the leader takes the white flag. Nevins in a 45 is in 3rd place. There's Jonathan Wong has climbed his way back up into 5th. Zachary Taylor in a 16 has been pretty aggressive with these passes, but this time he's on the outside line. Let's see what he can do. Green flag is out, and whoa, what a restart. He really gets going. He fully clears Stevens. Will they make it out this time? I could already see the 77, Doran and 38. Better get ready. The 43's on pit road. They keep it clean. Coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Gotta get to the line here. Okay, 1 more lap to go. Taylor in the 16 looking to steal this one away from Stevens. He runs a little bit of a higher line. Here comes the 99. Right on his tail. He's got to make the move here. No, not quite there. He overshoots the turn a little bit, drifts up high. Checkered flag is out. Zachary Taylor takes one away here at Phoenix. He wins. Man, what a restart. Yeah, he was very aggressive all day long, although he kept his car clean. But man, that restart, that was a race-winning restart right there. Stevens was close, but wasn't close enough. Drove it in there a little bit too deep into 3, drift up the racetrack. He'll have to settle for 2nd here. Alright, let's take a look at the full race results. Alright, there you have it. Zachary Taylor with the surprise win with that big jump on that restart. Now in real NASCAR that would probably be a penalty, but not here. Plus not what you can control anyways. I mean, it's lucky enough we can get double file restarts. But Keith Stevens in 99, that's a heartbreaking loss right there. Yeah, Taylor, he just took off. It's just perfect restart, perfect reaction time, and that's what won him the race. Jonathan Wong in the 42 climbed his way back up, got a 3rd place finish, so great run by him, great recovery too. Malik Nevins getting 4th, Wes McCoy 5th, Dylan Ibrahim 6th, Kenny Johnson 7th, Tony Green was able to get 8th after all the crashes he's been involved today. JP Latiro getting 9th as well, and Dalton Johnson. Well, a lot of cars wrecked today, so yes, about to see a few damage raced cars able to finish the top 10. And then for the rest, Ryan Butcher, Sam Oskin, Toby McCoy, and Rosaire in the 43. Made a stop there at the end, finished a lap down. Doesn't really matter. 14th place. So 14 cars finished the race. I think that's the same amount as Atlanta. And here's the rest of the race results. And then we also have to include the 62 of Al Lagasse, who had a mechanical failure, finishing last. But of course, it's not displayed there in the official standings. But anyways, that is it here at Phoenix Raceway. Zachary Taylor with the win. Let's take you to victory lane.